and going to shoot, perhaps. He does, and effort all! What a goal from Glenn Little. Excellent ball! Oh, another goal! Andy Cook, 4-1. Tries to Burnley, a good cross, and now Little, a goal! Super goal! That's a fantastic goal, I tell you. The movement, everything. Right, it was fantastic play. Drills it hard and low. No! Andy Payton! Oh, Andy Payton.
Trying to tread it through. Oh, lovely play by Little! And it's been turned in by Cook, I think. Little and Cook together will claim it.
Well, welcome to the Burnley mid-season review. Over the next few minutes, what we're going to be doing is going through the games throughout this season. Some low spots we know, of course, some high spots as well, and we're going to be doing that with the help of Sam Ellis, the assistant manager here at Turf Moor. We hope that you enjoy what you're going to see, and we hope, of course, that Burnley can do better in the second part of the season, but we hope you enjoy the video. Well, Sam, you know Stan Tennant obviously pretty well. Was there more to him coming back to the club than simply the emotion of coming back to the place where he started his career?
No, I think that was the underlying reason. In fact, probably the only reason why he came back, because of his feeling for the football club.
Because obviously Bury, First Division club, dropping down a division, and I mean that must have been a difficult decision in itself, I suppose.
Well, we had good times there, you know, it's always difficult to leave, and he gets quite emotional at times, believe it or not. Stan just thought that Burnley was too big for him to refuse.
What was the first job you had on your plate? What did you feel you had to come to do here?
We felt that if you inherit a squad that finishes fifth from bottom, quite obviously it needs improving, whether it be numbers or quality. That was what we had to decide, and we had to do it as quickly as we could.
Obviously that's not easy, because there is a limited amount of money at Burnley Football Club, and this is a division where, with the likes of Manchester City and Fulham and some other clubs, there is money to spend elsewhere, so it's going to be a little bit of a difficult task for you.
Well, it is if you want it doing overnight. I think what the board have decided, and the supporters seem to understand, is that it's a bit more than an overnight job, and at the present time people have been very patient with us.
Now, you couldn't have got much of a better start than a win first game of the season at home to Bristol Rovers by 2-1.
Yeah, they were quite high up at the end of the season, and we felt that we needed to start off with a win, and it turned out that way, and well worth it at the time.
Warm welcome to Burnley Football Club, a brand new season here, 98-99 nationwide League Division 2, and last year's safe, well, they were safe last campaign. A new manager at the helm, it's Stan Tennant and Sam Ellis. Well, with me here on the commentary position, and a very noisy Turf Moor, is former Claret player Ray Tennant, and I hasten to add, you're no relation to Stan, Ray.
That's correct, ladies and gentlemen, and they've just kicked off, so we're off to the 1998-99 season. And we wish Stan Tennant and his staff all the best for that. The pitch is looking quite decent. There are a few bare patches on it, but I don't think that should be a problem at this stage of the season.
Thank you, Ray. As the match starts off here, straight into the thick of it is Mark Floyd. A foul by the number 7, Ian Holloway. Ian Holloway, the manager of Bristol Rovers, player manager Ray, Ian Holloway. Paul Crichton, the long loan signing from West Brom, then to take this kick into the afternoon grey sky, and that's panic stations from the Rovers, and Payton, 1-0!
Andy Payton 6-1 away for the Clarets after about 3 minutes play. A head-on from Glenn Little after a long kick by the goalkeeper into the 18-yard box, which wasn't cleared away. And Andy Payton gets his name on the team sheet for the first goal of the season. Well done, the Clarets.
Just the start the Clarets were after. Andy Payton missed 2 pre-season friendlies.
Runs tamely to the goalkeeper. It's in the goalkeeper's hands, throws it out to the centre-back. And we're back in the Bristol half. Bad ball, Little picks it up. Running sideways across the field. Nice ball into Andy Cook there. Back to Little, who's going to take him on now. He's going to have a run at them. Oh, nice 1-2. Oh, wonderful 1-2 there with Andy Payton, and Glenn Little screams one over the bar. Very unlucky Burnley there.
Gets it back from his keeper Lee Jones and gives it him back again. Here's Payton the Terrier, and just in the nick of time Lee Jones found his man on that far side. And this Holloway is streaking away here, finding Curtin, and Curtin, a shot from him. Oh, and a great shot from Curtin, smacked the woodwork, had Paul Crichton beaten all the way, and that was a let-off for Burnley, Rick.
Yeah, definite let-off for Burnley. Little number 10 there, bent a lovely shot in from about 25 yards, smacked in the side of the bar and came back. And it's an equaliser from Jamie Curtin again. Oh, it's been... Has it been disallowed? No, it's been given by the referee.
For Mark Ford. Ford gives him the return on that far inside left channel. Played in early by Smith, and he gets another bite of the cherry. Smith going to perhaps try one on that left foot, but he hasn't got room. Payton may have, pushing it, trying to get it wide here for Little, and he does so. Glenn Little again to run at this full back. Whoa! Well, he did well to recover. Little one way, then the other. Great play from Little. Great cross! Oh, Payton! Oh, what a goodness me. Wing play was good from Little. Robert for Bristol. And some trick with play. Morgan does well to get that ball away from Andreasen on that far side, but Bristol in possession on the halfway line. Anderson again plays it forward for Hales. Brass heads for Little. A good turn from Little. Little with pace again. It's still Glenn Little into the Bristol half, and a great ball in for Payton, and it's 2-0. Super goal.
And a brilliant run from Glenn Little. Slipped a wonderful ball through Andy Payton, and you bet your mortgage on Andy Payton. One again, the keeper slips into the back of the net for his second goal of the game.
There's one, Andy Payton, I do beg your pardon, with a brace. Jamie Curtin on 8 minutes in reply for the visitors, and Payton again, situation that he likes. So just wide from Andy Payton, looking for his hat-trick.
Wonderful bit of quick thinking there by Andy Payton.
Trees plays it long. Blatherwick, well, it hit him. I don't know where it hit him. I don't think he knew either. Cookie, Little, lot deeper. Glenn Little this half. Cookie on the end of that one, and Andreasen. That's it. A win for Burnley, 2-1. Andy Payton with 2, and Curtin for the visitors. Ray.
Well, what a start. It's off to a winning start at least. Scrappy game the second half. Burnley mainly on the defensive, but at least the 3 points in the bag, and the crowd absolutely delirious at that.
Joining us, your debut late in the second half, but a tough old game.
Yeah, tough game. Bristol were in the top 6, I think, last year, got the playoffs or close to the playoffs. It was always going to be a tough one at home beginning of the season. After last year, we're not winning for 11 games, and it's just tremendous to get after a winning start.
Andy Payton grabbed the 2 goals, which he's accustomed to, one-on-one with the keeper, and he banged the ball away, didn't he?
Yeah, I spoke to Page. He said he thought the keeper was coming, but he stayed and he stuck it away. Both finishes were top draw, absolutely superb.
Bristol in the second half, a couple of men up front there. Was it Hales and Roberts? Bit of a handful, wasn't it?
They were a handful, but the lads coped admirably, like, you know. In the last 15 minutes, they threw about 4 up, you know. So it was a bit chaos, and I think this time last year they might have folded a little bit, but they dug in today, the lads, and showed a bit of spunk, and we got us just rewards at the end.
3 points, doesn't matter how you get them, as long as you get 3 points. A good first half, but as I say, the second half was a bit tuck in, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, which it is going to be, but you know, everybody's finding out about everybody. The gaffer's come in, he's a new person, he doesn't know that much about the lads, but he saw a little bit of willingness today and digging in. I'm sure there'll be moves in and out of the club, but like, you know, as long as the lads you know, realise, you know, how important it is to win and dig in for that result, which we did last half hour, then it's great.
New goalkeeper today, Ronnie. Does anybody know anything about the guy?
Yeah, I know Paul Crichton from off the circuit. He's been a few clubs, Grimsby, West Brom, Peterborough. He's not a bad keeper. I think we've signed him on loan. We come in the change rooms today and he was there, like, you know.
Sort of an overnight signing, if you like.
Yeah, he did well today. Did well.
So the team now ready for this League Cup thing on Tuesday. A club you played for, of course. Stan the man was the manager as well, Bury.
Well, I think the gaffer's only signed me for go back there, so I'll get more stick than him off the crowd, like, you know. Yeah. But no, it'll be a really tough one Tuesday, because very well organised. They've been doing well for what they do well for the last 2 or 3 years. They know every little you know, trick in the book, and it'll be difficult, but it'll be good, a learning process for the lads. I mean, we want to go over there and try and get some sort of a result, but I think the league programme is the main priority.
It's like a golfer's chip shot. The ball spun back. Park. From Dawes. Little. There's an overlap here from Brass. Matthews has tracked back with him. Barrick. And Burnley get it clear. The cross comes over. Well, it did seem a good attempt there because Dean Cowley couldn't get to it. John Rose wins it, but only momentarily. But Burnley, in clearing, found they had nobody in that particular place of the field. The ball back with the Shakers. Here's Redmond. Priest gets his flick on. Matthews with a chance. Still Matthews! And that's the opening goal! 16 minutes gone. A flick by Priest. A touch from Matthews gave him the good opportunity. Jepson's header. Oh, and it was left. And Burnley have an equaliser. What a disaster in the Bury defence. Andy Cook with the equaliser. Shakers attacking from left to right. Burnley have made a change at half-time, bringing on Neil Moore in place of Mike Williams. Priest. Oh, it almost got through for Barrick. Would have been a glorious pass. Oh, good play. A good chance for Burnley. Kiley at full stretch. Dawes. This is Jepson for Burnley. Little. He's got some support with Brass. Doesn't need him. Little. Good chance here. Cowley down smartly to his left. Shakers 7th of the night. Burnley yet to register a corner with 4 minutes left. Header came in from Jaffo. And there is the final whistle. 4 minutes of additional time added on by the referee. So the teams go to Turf Moor next week. Locked at 1-1. The Shakers took the lead early.
And then you played against Chesterfield and lost away by 1-0. It's always a difficult place to go to win.
There were no signs of the bad patches to come when we went to Chesterfield. We thought that we were unlucky to lose by a penalty in the last minute. We thought that the players fought quite hard in that game. And we were hopeful that maybe it wouldn't take us as long as it has done at that point.
And then I suppose everything came crashing down to earth when you played here against Bury, Stan's old club, and lost by 4-1 in the Worthington Cup.
Sure, we'd gone to Bury and drawn, and we thought that this would be a good test for the players because we know how resilient Bury are, and we thought, well, we'll see tonight, and we were in for a bit of a shock that they seriously exposed our limitations.
With the pace yet, as you said, short of match practice, I'd say a little bit rusty at the moment.
And it's Howie up with the header. Little's in there, so too Weller again. Here's Glenn Little again. Moves into the central role, and that will just clip the heel of Laketti. It's Jepson for Payton, and Payton and Jepson leaves it. Bit of confusion from the Burnley strikers. A powerful shot from Glenn Little with his left foot. A nice shot from Little, and a man with 2 feet.
Yeah, the ball just caught between Payton and Jepson.
Kiley kicks it. Blatherwick finds Patterson for Bury. Bury just floating the ball across here. There's Moore in there, trying to prove he's worth a place in the Burnley lineup. A good shot and a good save from Parks. It was a good effort, and Parks equaling it to his Tottenham days, really.
A bit frustrating. The crowd are beginning to get frustrated. Let's go in at half-time 0-0 and regroup. That's what I say.
Yeah, just 5 minutes to do that, Terry, and we've had so many subs on at the moment. It's a wee bit confusing, I'm sure, as well for the Burnley formation team. As Burnley here with Weller. Great ball from Weller for Smith to latch onto this one on that far side. And oh, it's fallen here to Andy Payton. He could score, and he does score.
And I said, let's go in at half-time 0 apiece, and as soon as I say that, they break forward. What a great ball by Weller through. It wasn't the best ball to Payton, but he got the run of the ball, and one-on-one, who would you back to score for Burnley? Andy Payton.
The Predator strikes again. Burnley go into a 2-1 lead on aggregate. 1-0 on the night. And it's going to be Mark Robertson, but I actually initially thought it was Kevin Henderson, but never mind. Barrick with the cross, high one. Get your binoculars out for that one, and a chance will fall here, and a goal is scored, and Dejafio equalises right on the stroke of half-time. 46 minutes. And back he goes. Whoops. Robertson up there. Blatherwick on Dejafo, and he does well, Dejafo. Great ball in for Dawes. This could be curtains, and it certainly is at the moment. 2-1 to Bury, and it's 3-2 to the visitors on aggregate. Weller's header again. Here's Carl Orton looking for Robertson, but Weller's header down here for Smith. Weller. Little on this left-hand side now, when he cut inside for a shot. It goes a shot from Little, and well covered by the keeper, Dean Kiley. Worthington Cup action from the turf. Smith's corner to the back post. Up goes Henderson. Henderson chasing that one back. It's a Burnley throw-in. Robertson. Carl Orton leaving it for Smith. Oh, and a good effort from, well, there you go, a left foot pile driver from Paul Smith. And the referee decided it was a throw-in. Woodward. Leketti puts it in, a slightest of touch. Oh, that's it. That's curtains now. Is that Dawes? No, who's that scorer? But there you go, a slightest of flick on for Robertson. Lenny John Rose, the man booked there, of course, for Bury, and Little on that far side trying to win that ball back. In fact, he does well to win it back. Cross comes in from Little, and the header from Henderson, and a stab there from Payton. Back to goal on the 6-yard line. Good effort from Andy Payton. They're asking for a back pass, but it wasn't really a back pass intentionally. It was a clearance by the Burnley defender, and that's why the referee thankfully hasn't given anything. And the ball taken away from Robertson there. Smith chasing back, Dawes plays it forward. Now then, here we go once again, and he's through again. Here we go. And he doesn't make much to finish with that one. It's turned into a wee bit of a rout, Terry.
Yeah, just as I predicted, David, that we got to push up, and if you do that, you'll leave gaps at the back, and the Burnley crowd beginning to stream out. They know the game's up now, but I thought there was more than a touch.
Well into the centre of the field, halfway up. Little just launches it in there. Now a chance! And Colin Carl Orton headed over there from 6 yards. Perhaps a wee bit more experience, he may have potted that one, Terry. Yeah. Having a run at this Bury defence. Smith. Oh, we're just going to fall to Colin Carl Orton there. Smith gets it back, does well to win it back, and well, and that's it. 4-1 on the night, 5-2 in aggregate, and that's Burnley crashing out of the Worthington Cup.
York City at home, again another home defeat by a 1-0 on that one.
Bit of a major turning point, that, because the gaffer had decided that some of the senior players hadn't got the heart in the club, and that he couldn't have players of that disposition. So we changed it, we brought some of the kids in, and along the way they've gained valuable experience, but they've had to play at times when we wouldn't have wanted them to play because of the injury list we've had.
But that decision didn't take long to make, really, bearing in mind you're still in the first month of the season.
Well, as I said, we had to come to terms quickly with what we had and what we thought we needed, and that was a major step.
How important was it that you made that decision, bearing in mind you've already said that they were some of the most experienced players at the club?
Sure. Any decision, any fundamental decision is important, isn't it? And we've tried through talking to make a few along the way. And that was probably the first one that Stan came across.
Against Bury in the League Cup, first round, second leg. First blood to the Clarets there. Smith on this near side, Burnley's right. About 5 minutes gone here as Smith piles it in. And the York City defence half clearing for Carl Smith here. Chips it forward, a good ball in for Carl Orton. A good cross from him. Oh, and Howie, what, from 4 yards over the top. A brilliant bit of play from Lawton. And Lee Howitt, well, he just got over the bar. Poulton gives it for Thompson once again. He turns. And just those two playing at the moment. Alan Poulton decides to switch it now. And a good interception from Paul Smith, will it? But still, it's still York City on the attack here. Clever stuff. Oh! And that's a goal. That's Connolly, who scored for York City. Half-hour mark then, and really York City have been looking a bit like they may score.
Plus possibly Brass, who was back to his natural position. But a great save by Ward there. Snatching the ball at the forward's feet when he was beat the defender and only had him to beat.
Well, still York coming forward as the game sort of goes into stoppage time. Thompson for Hall on that far side. And there goes the final whistle, and as Ray said, it's a Burnley defeat and it's men against boys, but surely the players will have to be found.
Now, needless to say, your away form is the problem in the league, and you went away to Walsall and lost by three goals to one there. What do you remember of that one?
I remember that we had far more chances than Walsall did, that Cookie had a great chance in the first minute and skied it, that we kept going, and at 1-1 you'd have thought we were going on to win the game after Gordon Armstrong equalised. And it was a shock to lose that game. We didn't expect us to surrender the point that we had quite as easily as we did in the last few minutes.
Now, September was a better month for you by and large, and you started it with a home win against Millwall.
Yeah, an evening game. We did well against them. 2-0 comfortably. They scored in the last minute, and they were probably a good marker side to say that, you know, that was a good win, and things were not too bad at that time.
Gives our visitors here a throw-in, just in their own half, adjacent to their own penalty area. That's Peter Swan's header forward here, and Andy Cook. And trying an early shot from Andy Cook outside the area. Not a bad effort. Did a man tightly marking Andy Cook. Moore. Little does well. Super play from Little. Little cross. Oh, and a good one too. And just got in the way was Scott Fitzgerald. Little's teasing cross. And Little again. Can he pull it back? And a long, long way back. And what's that given by the referee? Nothing. The ball is with Smith on the other flank now as he plays it in. Fitzgerald clears it again, and goodness me, that could have been a goal. It will be the new man, Gordon Armstrong, on the halfway line with the Burnley throw-in. Bit of a tug on the shirt from Smith. A brilliant ball here for Little. Now, can he? Is he going to cut inside here? Goes to the outside. Little to the byline. Cuts it in. Oh, and a header from Payton. Did he take a deflection? A corner given, is it? Glenn Little seems to think it is. It's a corner.
2 or 3 times I've seen them just play it, or one hold it up for the other one to have a bit of a dribble and a surge on goal, and that's 2 or 3 times. I think they're a handful, those two.
Played in the centre of the centre circle. Little plays it here for Payton. Payton got more in support here, but he goes it alone. Chips it inside. Brilliant ball for goal. Oh, what a goal!
The two Andys link up well there. Payton, we thought he should have given it wide back to his man, but he wanted to go route one, took it on, played it past his man, slipped it inside, didn't cook, he finished well. Excellent stuff.
It's nothing to do with the fact that the referee's wearing a Lions armband. Headed away by Chris Brass, the captain for the Clarets. Tim Cahill, and taken away by Glenn Little. Now then, a good ball, measured ball. Now can Andy Cook get onto this? Andy Cook, can he finish? Oh yes, what a super goal! Absolutely wonderful.
You asked if he could finish, the answer is definitely yes, David. What a great little chip over the keeper.
29 minutes gone. Andy Cook gets his second and Burnley's second. It'll be Jimmy Carter to take this one for Millwall, their right-hand side. And Gavin Ward punches that time. Oh! Gordon Armstrong with the kick for the Clarets, left-footed as always, edge of the area. Well, that was Peter Swan going up. Oh, wide by Neil Moore, but again, a bit of space, a bit of time for Neil Moore, just wide at the far post.
Somebody said unkindly that Millwall had brought the 26, but it is a bit more than that. I'd give them the benefit of the doubt and say 100. Great header there by Neil Moore.
Yeah, a bus load and a car load. And there's, that'll run away surely, but Glenn Little's got terrific pace. Oh, and the goalkeeper missed it. Smith's coming in, Bowery was there, and Burnley, well, they could have cashed in the Payton on this left-hand side for Burnley. Smith gives in the return. Can Payton cross it in? Oh! Right across the face from Andy Payton. And Burnley starting to put on the pressure once again here at Turf Moor.
If your team consists of your substitutes and your men on the line, I think it should be part and parcel of the game. Never mind saying no, you can't coach.
That's right. Peter Swan heading out there again for Burnley. And Millwall still coming forward. Bowery for Harris. Shaw. Turn and a shot. Oh, it's a goal from Shaw. A consolation for Millwall.
Consolation, I know you're right, David. Just fell to him quite luckily, really.
Paul Shaw, goal scorer for Millwall this evening. Tackle, good tackle. Now then, Andy Payton, can Burnley make it 3-1? Andy Cook, can he get his hat-trick? Oh, just a touch away from Andy Payton. Some brilliant play again from the two Andys.
Yeah, Luton, we were beaten by a better side, but at 1-0 you've always got a chance of pegging one back. At Reading, we went down to 10 men, we were 1-0 down, Swanee got sent off, and we come back with quite a good display actually. And we're well worth the draw with 10 men.
And then Wycombe Wanderers at home, another draw for you. I mean, the difference between 3 points and 1 is quite a big one these days, but nevertheless, you'll take a draw rather than nothing at all, no doubt.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't win all your home games, but there's certain games that we've drawn at home that you'd think, if we were going to be a good side, we should be winning, and that would be one of them.
It's going to be Mark Westhead to take this goal kick for our visitors. Kicks a very low one. It's ended up with Paul Reed. Now then, here's Andy Payton, a chance in the centre circle. Churns, oh, and a chance for Payton. Oh, what a goal!
And what a cracking goal from Andy Payton there. He picked the ball up in the middle of the park, took on the 1 man, 2 men, knocked it to one side and slammed a great shot into the left-hand corner there. One of the best goals you'll see in the season, I bet.
Now, who's it going to be? It's going to be Cornforth to take this one for Wycombe, is it? Oh, a good shot too, but hits the Burnley wall. Peter Swan, well, he didn't get to that one. Oh, and that's a goal. That's been coming, I would fear. Territorially, it's been coming. And it's Mark Stollard who replies.
When is the player happy with the yellow card, but he's got it anyway. So it's Chris Scott, Glenn Little to take the free kick. It is actually.
Oh, played in again. Oh, and then now linesman's flagging. The linesman's flagging at that near side, so that will not count. And I don't usually see the linesman, but I did on that. Stallard in the way. Swan plays it forward. It's left back Alan Beaton plays it into the centre. A shout of one of you there. And Brian Reid, whoa, that wasn't a bad effort either. And it's a goal kick. Ooh, Scott a wee bit late there, but no foul. Reid, who finds Chris Scott, plays it inside for Little. Little in a dangerous position. Here's Payton, wide for Scott here. Gets the cross in for Little. Little shot! Just over the top from Glenn Little, and some good interchanges on that right-hand side.
Nice bit of play there from...
Here's Carl Smith for Burnley. Over for Chris Scott, the right back. Making his debut from the start. Now then, Little, can he do something? To the byline, guts it back. My word. It was Nicky Mahon on the line. Cleared that danger there for Wycombe. This the man from Paddingham, Payton. Cross, a good cross! Oh, Cookie couldn't get the header on it, he thought he might. A brilliant cross from Payton, Ray. Block, but he gets it back for Gavin Ward. And we'll look again for the height and the strength of Peter Swan up front. See if Burnley can get a lead. Now then, Armstrong, can he finish? Ooh, that was a good effort. Good effort from Gordon Armstrong. Good save from Mark Westhead. Back here for Armstrong, the left back for Burnley. Cross comes in from him, Swan heads it down, Smith fires it! Oh, it's hit the ball! Oh my word, and Payton couldn't follow it in. Would you believe this for action at Turf Moor, but no goals for Burnley. Tremendous.
And a cracking shot there from Carson. Hit the post, ricochet.
As Chris Brass here, torrential downpour of hailstone, and that's the final whistle. A point for Burnley, but they could have, should have won.
Yeah, disappointing end really. It should have been 3 points, but the woodwork fortunately saved them in the last 2 minutes here, Wimbledon. I think Stanley will be a bit disappointed there, but...
And away to Gillingham, a 2-1 defeat.
Again, the last few minutes, we fought them quite hard. Gillingham were going through a spell where maybe it was a good time to play them. Since then, they've had one hell of a run, and they're in a good position now. And again, we thought that we maybe just lacked a little bit of resilience when we needed it.
Now, Wigan Athletic are one of the clubs who have been able to spend big in this particular division, so to an extent you must have been pleased with a 1-1 draw against them, but you have got a lot of local derbies in this division. Is that a disadvantage, do you think?
No, I don't think so. They're big games for the supporters. There's always good atmospheres, and they should be good games to play in.
And a 1-1 draw, I mean, bearing in mind what you've been saying, were you reasonably happy with that, or are you always looking to win and get 3 points at home?
They equalised in the last minute. Again, our resilience wasn't as good as it should have been. And we felt that we were the best team on the day. And it's disappointing when you feel that and you don't win the game.
Elected to take this one with that ever trusty left foot of his. Plays it in. It's not a good one. It's a wee bit low, and obviously O'Neill was there, the forward, the defending, and now a chance. That was Armstrong from 7 yards, and I think it hit the roof of the Ensley stand here. O'Neill leaves it here. Barlow and Jenkinson's cross. Barlow's here, lays it off, and a chance for O'Neill, but he took too much time. He's surely got to go wide, and well, it had gone when he tried it 2 or 3 occasions. Scott Green, who I say got himself in the book amongst 2 other players. It is a good cross, and the goalkeeper couldn't get it. Amazingly, he's got it back, Chris Scott, but the keeper punches only as far as little. A turn and a shot, no, a cross. Oh, Payton! Oh, just over the top from Andy Payton, and that was a beautiful ball in again by Glenn Little.
I don't know what they're objecting to. I didn't see anything wrong myself, but that was lovely play.
But it will be Paul Smith on that left-hand side for the Clarets, fastly approaching the half-time whistle. Smith with the kick, it's a good one. Back post, Reed's up there, but just couldn't get the right... but it was a better one from Paul Smith, a better free kick from the last one, Terry. Reed with the throw, flick on from Robertson. Here's Barlow, Lee, just stabbed it in, Lee. Falls to Barlow, Barlow does well. Lob, and well read really by Gavin Ward. He knew that was coming in, and Barlow, obviously a man of his experience in a higher division, obviously knew what he was doing. Plays it in, that's Reed with the header, but way over the bar from him, but at least something to applause.
Seen the ball order this off, it's all been over the other side, and I want to see him get the ball because it's going to Glenn Little, but he's playing deep and covering back. Over off now.
A chance here for Brassey. Oh. Good shot from him, but again hitting a player on the way, and David Lee, oops, missed challenge for Mark Robertson, but this is David Lee running at this Burnley defence. He's not had the game we thought he might have had, and the fans are really, well, it could have some effect on him.
Well, every mistake he makes, he's going to get booed to the echo.
Smith to take this one far side. Oh, bounced out of the keeper, a goal! Brian Reid!
Smith whipped it in, the keeper missed it, and there was Reid, I believe it was Reid coming in, yeah, and just souped it into the empty net. Great goal. Oh, we needed that, and I tempted fate a minute ago by saying they're looking likely to score, and it's worked the oracle. If we'd have finished that after 80 minutes, if the referee had blown, would have been in a great part of well up in the league in the playoffs, I would suggest. So anything can happen still, and I'll be glad to see the final whistle go. That's no reflection on the match, it's just result. Yeah, we need the result.
Lee then keep everything crossed there, but Leeds, there's always a danger of him, and the header was thankfully wide by Paul Warren, and it's a corner then to Wigan. We know Martinez can dribble quite well, and he did do that, but Brass seemed to take the ball off him cleanly, and it puts pressure on Burnley, and there's no need for it. Lee, good shot. Oh, just wide from David Lee. That was very, very close indeed, and in fact it's given a corner.
Yeah, because he must have got a touch, David, and all from an incident where I don't think it was a free kick, and now they put us under great pressure. It's going to be a short one here. No, it's not. What puts us under great pressure? Let's watch this corner from Smeets.
Back header, dangerous one! Oh! Can you believe that? Burnley have fallen for it again, the sucker punch at the very last minute.
Oh, I just can't. How do you feel about that? I don't believe it's a foul. He saves it, a marvellous free kick from Lee. Smeets takes the free kick, comes across, rifles it in, and that's it, one apart. And that's in the last minute.
And Reid, well done, man of the match today, and the first goal for the Clarets, and you must have been pleased with that firstly.
Yeah, I was pleased to get off the mark, you know, to get a goal. It's always nice to get a goal at a new club and stuff, but I'm more disappointed, you know, the final result, you know, that till us a goal, like it was injury time, you know. That's the most disappointing thing, you know, because we badly needed the 3 points today, but I think overall the team played quite well. We're just unfortunate in the end.
It has happened on numerous occasions, particularly away from home, and you must, you know, obviously, here we go again sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had defended well and the whole team played really well today, and I couldn't see it happening, them getting a goal, you know, and then it's a sucker punch again, but it just seems to, these seem happening now, and hopefully we can eradicate that from our game, you know.
Wigan are a side, I think we've had 2 wins in 12 previous meetings. I mean, why does these things happen, do you think? Is it just one of those things?
I usually find it happens when you're more down towards the bottom end of the league, you know. It always seems to things go against you, but we can't think like that. We've just got to be thinking positive today, and I think the team played well and we deserve to take the 3 points, you know, and hopefully if we keep playing the way we did, that we can turn things around and we can start getting 3 points instead of the 1, you know.
The danger man for them was, we thought were going to be David Lee, but he had didn't have a game that he's like renowned for, did he?
Yeah. Well, I thought Matt Robertson done a good job on him. That was the gaffer's instructions to, if he went out wide, wee Robles to go out with him, you know. So I thought he did a good job keeping him quiet, you know. So I mean, I don't think they really worried us at all. No. I mean, they never really had any chances in the whole game, and then a silly goal like that. I mean, it's just sickening, I think.
You must have been delighted when the ball came across the goalkeeper, parried it for them, and then you stabbed it in, didn't you?
I'm not usually in that area, you know what I mean, so it was nice just to drop it at my feet, you know, and I just managed to knock it over him and finish. I usually score with my head, so it was unusual to, especially with my right foot, I think, you know, so it's very unusual for me, but I mean, I was pleased to see it go in, but obviously, as I say, I'm disappointed with the result in the end.
Now, Manchester City, away to Manchester City, a 2-2 draw. That must have been particularly pleasing, I should imagine.
Sure, but then I would think that it's everybody's favourite away game in our league. You don't have to psych your players up for it, they're ready for it. You don't want to go and show yourself up in front of 30,000 people. And it's one of those games that you couldn't say that that's a normal game. So it's difficult to judge people when they're fired up like that. What we should be doing is we should be fired up like that to play Wickham at home. We should be fired up like that when we go to Luton. You know, and it hasn't always been the case.
But the one thing it does show you in front of a big crowd is the players, the young players particularly, who maybe have got the bottle for that sort of occasion and can express themselves in that sort of environment.
Sure. I would accept that to a certain degree, and I would accept that if Manchester City were an excellent side, which they're not. And their league position says that. So it maybe wasn't as good a result and team performance as we might take credit for.
Now, your only away win of the season was an excellent one. I mean, 4-0 against Colchester United.
Yeah, I mean, what makes it disappointing is the way we played that night. I mean, the team were fantastic. We played some good football, we kept the ball, we did everything that a good team should. But 1 out of 10 games away from home isn't nowhere near good enough.
But what do you put that down to, Sam?
I think things went for us early in the game. And I think at the present time, we might be the sort of team that if we start off well, we're okay. If we start off under pressure, we find it difficult.
October was a good month for you. You then played Notts County at home, trying to build on that. And again, the fans come in. I mean, 10,559 for that one after the great win away to Colchester.
I think we've only fell below the 10,000 mark once, and what I find incredible in this place is that they come and watch the team no matter what. I think we've only dipped under 10,000 for one league game. I mean, that's quite amazing when you think of the population of Burnley and the passion they show. It's a true football town, this. The other thing that surprised me is the patience and the knowledge that they have. As I said earlier, they realise what a job it is, and certainly with Stan's passion for the club, he and the crowd get on well, you know, and that's been a very good part for us at the present time.
Yes, the rain's still coming down very, very hard, and obviously that is going to cause the players a lot of trouble. The secret is, if you're going to strike the ball, you've got to strike it well and make sure that it reaches a destination, because if it doesn't, you're going to be in trouble. We saw a typical example there, Bandheim. Oh, and a goal there scored from... it's 1-0 to Notts County there. Come in, have done well, so it's a case of you play well, you get picked to play.
It's Little who plays the ball in, and there's Payton, and the goalkeeper in the way. Andy Payton was looking, well, for another goal for Burnley, and he's certainly been on form recently, and it was just denied by the goalkeeper. Here's Smith, plays it forward again to Payton. Payton tries a shot, it crashes off number 4, Gary Schroeder. Burnley piling on, Ruan Van Heem here. Little, and that will be a corner.
So it looks a good signing to me.
All played up, looking for Payton. Now then, can Payton get hold of this one? Here's Cookie. Now Cookie with 2, maybe 3 men. Rudy Vinheim, oh, right into the goalkeeper. And he did follow through, and the goalkeeper's reaction is like glaring at Rudy.
Well, unfortunately, the pitch took its
Smith again with that corner. Good one. Armstrong's up there. Goya punched again. Oh, goodness me. Reid was so unlucky. Side-footing it, placing it, and so near.
Yeah, there was about 20 bodies in the way there.
Yeah, another corner to the Claret stand. Smith, as always, to take it far side. He powers the ball in. Oh, he hit. Oh, I don't believe it. What on earth? That is unbelievable, Ray. One about Payton, and then, well, the header came in and it hit Cookie.
Well, it's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, you've got to see that one to believe it, really.
So the referee going to have words with the Notts County boss, Sam Allardyce. The man, I think, was booked for that foul on Paul Smith, so he's got in the book. And what's going to happen to Sam Allardyce, I don't know. It's a situation where he's asking to leave, I think. They leave the dugouts. So he sent the manager off.
Well, I think he's banned him with the bog blows to the director's box.
Yeah, a nip in the air as Burnley have a throw-in on that far side again. And stout defending really by County. They've been a wee bit lucky as well, it's fair to say. And Burnley unlucky, of course. Payton now. Can he? Oh, he can't thread it through. Armstrong plays it in. Little's there with the head. And it doesn't fall for a Claret once again. Here's Robertson. Little. And Payton's header! Oh, just wide from Andy Payton. And that would have been a clear-cut goal if it had come in last year quite convincingly. And they've certainly looked a good side here this afternoon. It's Matty Haywood's long searching ball. Swan's back header. Rudy Vinheim! A goal! They've done it!
Well, what a climber. Possibly with the last kick of the match. Ruan Van Heem knocks up on the top corner of the net from a flick on there from Big Swan. With a great ball from young Matty Haywood up to Swanee there. Flicked it inside. And Ruan Van Heem knocked in the top of that. And Stan and Samuels off the bench there.
Another local derby for you.
Yep, and only our second clean sheet if you look through. Colchester was the first one. The significant points clean sheets because we've not had enough of them. And I think that's look, I keep using the word resilience. I think that shows that we lack it at certain times.
Well, if he doesn't know Glenn Little by the end of this game, he certainly will do by half-time. Armstrong looking for Smith, and the centre-back was there, and a shot! Oh, just wide there.
Great effort by Robertson. He's impressed me tonight, actually, already.
Right, no change in personnel then, as Little John picks the ball up for the Latics. McNiven, shot from him, hits Peter Swan, and Smith, brilliant ball from Smith. Now then, here's Payton. He likes the situation. Can he sneak it? Oh, just wide, and the right ball played in, but just wide from Payton. The ball played across here, and the big men are up. Goal! Unbelievable! Andy Cook!
Oh, how about that? He just flicked it on, came over from the corner, flicked on by, I forget who it was there in the incident, and there's Cook overheaded into the net. Great goal, Cooker. That's just what we need. A forecast all night, the first goal wins. Let's get the second and let's bury Oldham. Super stuff, Andy Cook.
Oh, back header, of course, and Carrie Kelly kicks long again into the night. There it is, 3 points for the Clarets. Andy Cook, the saviour.
Well earned 3 points there. Well played, Clarets. As I say, I like Robertson's game tonight. I think he did particularly well. But repeat what I said before, Andy Cook will probably shade the sponsors man of the match.
Now, Macclesfield have been struggling. You went away from home and unfortunately just couldn't get the victory there.
Yeah, again, we got a player sent off. And I can't say we were unlucky to get him sent off or that we were unlucky in the game, really. And I think that shows the level of where we are and how difficult the job is.
Nice and quiet when we got there, yeah, it was pretty full. Oh, thanks. Still doing film there as well. Didn't see film, no. Film makes it probably on top of the shoulders. You pay it's weird, you just say down. Go forward, Lee. Oh, on, there's plenty of you.
Andy Payton has been the massive bonus for you, and he weighed in against Wrexham in a 2-1 victory. I mean, he and Cook have scored a large proportion of your goals. Tell us about the assets that both those players possess.
That's exactly what you've said. When I came here, I'd only seen Andy Payton. Stan had had him before, and he said to me he'll get 20 goals without a problem. You know, and he's up to that near Christmas, isn't he? Cookie's had chances and perhaps been a little bit disappointed with himself in terms of goal scoring. But he's a good part of the team, and you know, to say you've got two people like that in a team should give you a chance of being a good side, and it's disappointing that we haven't been.
And taken away from Ruud Vinheim, and that was Peter Ward who did the damage. And here's Dave Brummer, and Brummer crosses in, an early ball for him, and Conley around the man, and just well played from Chris Scott. Just got a challenge in just at the right time. Morgan just lost control of it for the moment. Little O'Kane plays it in, a good cross. Oh, my word, that was Gordon Armstrong just nearly getting that one. Good cross from the left from John O'Kane. Payton, but again Wrexham have possession just under the TV gantry here. Ian Rush to dispatched away by Glenn Little. Oh, a great ball. Now Payton. Oh, that's a beauty.
Danger man Glenn Little puts Andy Payton through, and the Padding Predator, what does he do? Picks his spot absolutely calmly. I'm right behind the line. The goalkeeper thinks he's got it covered, and it just creeps in at the post. A wonderful goal, and well done to pair up from Andy Payton again for the Clarets.
It's Ward with that corner to the back post. Oh, and there's a chance here, and a goal. And believe it or not, it's Riddler who scored for Wrexham. The ball comes in, Payton! Oh, what a goal! Andy Payton!
The partnership comes up trumps again. Glenn Little's cross and Andy Payton with a brace. Excellent header. How many headers has Andy Payton won today for a comparatively small centre forward? Wonderful goal. We needed that. We said, let's have a couple of attacks. Just take the sting out of their forward play, and we've just done that. Come on, Clarets.
2 minutes over the 90. Chris Scott. And that's it. 3 points for the Clarets. Hard battling performance from Burnley. Andy Payton's brace on 29 and 55. Riddler got one back for Wrexham, and Burnley had to soak up the pressure. Wrexham came here fighting, and they come away with nothing. Burnley 2, Wrexham 1.
Gavin Ward, thanks for joining us on the Burnley video. You've got here for 2 loan spells. You're obviously looking for a permanent move here.
Yeah, this is the end of my third. Well, so it's in my 3rd month now. Yeah, I'm just enjoying my football. Good bunch of lads, big club. They've got a lot of potential. You know, I'd love to stay here, to be honest.
The Burnley fans have always regarded goalkeepers as favourites, and you're certainly on your way to that. How do you feel about that one, following the likes of Marlon Beresford and the like?
Yeah, well, I mean, I seem to have a good rapport with the Burnley fans. I like that wherever I go, you know, I like to have a good rapport with the fans. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing quite well at the minute. It's just hope I can carry on.
Back on the goal scoring thing, the Padding Predator, as you know.
Padding Predator. I don't know who invented that, like, but yeah, delighted to score, and obviously delighted with 3 points. And I think everyone could see we didn't play that well today, but we turned the corner, and we are going in the right direction under Stan and Sam.
Yeah.
And I'm certain if we can get more players back from injury, we'll you never know. Playoff place is not out of the question by a long shot.
2 goals from you, both quality goals, 2 totally different. Can you run us through the first one?
Yeah, Glenn's won the ball. I've just made a run, he's put a through ball through, and one of them from a bit of a tight angle where I just tried to get as hard a contact as I could on it, and luckily it's gone in the corner. Second one, Glenn's put a good cross in. And, that's Glenn there, obviously. And I knew where he was going to put the ball. It was just a case of getting across, and luckily it's gone in, like so. And then we hung on, but just happy to get the points.
That was your first headed goal this season?
Yeah, first headed goal since I've been at the club.
Yeah.
Since I signed in January, so yeah, delighted with that.
The game, Wrexham always looked dangerous. Obviously, the old campaigner Rush and Conley linked very well, and the lad Cook on the right as well.
Yeah, they're a good side. I mean, in this division, they're always, top 7, top 8. So it was going to be an hard game, and as it proved to be. And I think we caught them on a good day, really, because they haven't been scoring as many as they normally would. So, and they had a few chances. So as I say, we're not altogether happy with the performance because we didn't play that well, but we just obviously delighted with 3 points.
One of the reasons, of course, is that you've been letting goals in at the back, and you did that against Preston North End, your heaviest defeat, by 4 goals to 1. You subsequently got a goalkeeper in. Was it just a question of getting a goalkeeper in, or have you still got to work on that area?
No, I wouldn't blame the goalkeeper for that, not at all. Wardy did well for us while he was here. What happened was we went in at half-time 1-1. They'd had to work very hard for the goal. And then within 2 minutes of the second half, we're 3-1 down. We conceded poor goals in our box. They weren't from outside, they were tap-ins, and they were too easy come by. We didn't fight hard enough to keep them out. And I'm not talking about individuals, I'm talking about as a team. Because to get the ball in the box, they've got to cross the ball. To get the ball into crossing positions, they've got to get it from the back to the front. So all the way through the team, We lacked the character that day to stand up for a fight, and that reflects in the score. And that was very disappointing. That was our most disappointing performance of the season, because we realised then that we lacked what good teams would need, and that's a hard streak.
Gordon Armstrong seems to be the dead ball specialist for the Clarets as he chips it forward. Lucas thinks about it, and it's in. North End not picking the men up, and Burnley take the lead, and that's totally against the run of play, but Burnley have the lead. Byfield. North End work it well again. Stretched to this far side for Ludden, who's got Appleton, and he could have played it to Appleton. He gets the cross in. It's very nearly there. It's going to come to Rankin. It's there from Martin Rankin. That's a belting goal from North End's number 8. And Martin Rankin has equalised for North End. And it goes. Heads go up. It's very nearly another goal, and it was Andy Payton who was threatening the North End goal on this occasion, but North End break with Michael Appleton. Cartwright with a chance here. It's there again. David Ayres has scored for North End, and 2 former Clarets have 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Working it well between them. This is good stuff from North End. Cartwright will get the cross in. It's a good looking ball as well, evading everybody. Ludden still has it for Preston. Oh, ball not gone out of play. That was hard lines, but Burnley don't clear the lines again. Here's a chance for Byfield. It's in again. Darren Byfield scores number 4, and he took it very well, did the new signing for North End. 11 minutes gone, and North End have gone down.
Stephen Woods. Robinson for Stoke. Good tackle, that one, from Mark Ford. Now then, here's the man we all talk about, the man that gives Burnley life. Oh, a shot from Little, right at Muggleton at the near post, and it's Little again on this near side, Burnley's right-hand side, left foot cross, and Muggleton catches that one. Yeah, just to remind you about the substitutes, Colin Carl-Lawton, Brad Maylerton, Kevin Henderson, a very attack-minded bench. So whether one of those, or 2, or maybe all 3 could be brought into the equation probably in the second half here at Turf Moor. It's still nil apiece here. Stoke City on the attack into the Burnley half. It's Forsyth who leaves it for Smalls. Smalls cross, but Gavin Ward will collect. Phil Eastwood. So that free kick will be taken just on the stroke of half-time for Stoke City. Hammered by Thorne and straight into the arms of Gavin Ward. A hard struck low shot from Peter Thorne, the number 9. Well taken free kick, but obviously you've got to beat our goalkeeper, who incidentally, if he hopefully can sign, it's his last evening on the third spell on loan. And Brannigan, the Bolton keeper's been injured, so hopefully they don't call him back. Now a chance for Little here. Oh, it's straight at now then. Eastwood. Oh, goodness me. How did they miss that one? Under the guidance of Brian Little. But back on song again. A cross comes in, a good one too. Headed away by Chris Brass that time. Still Stoke in possession. It's Burnley trying to push them out. Oldfield for Stoke. Here's Keane. Burnley, Stoke really... Oh, That was a rather fortunate, and that's the goal. Dean Kiley scores it for the visitors. Unfortunately, the shot originally by Robinson, the centre-back, and fell into the path of...
Eventually by Morgan, the left-back there. But a great cross from the other full-back, Small, who's having a field day on the left-hand side now. Overlapping it will. And they're coming forward again in droves here at Stoke now. This little fella Cabner on the ball again, dictating everything at the moment. And there's a great second goal.
Well, that's the second one for Stoke City, and the Stoke City fans going absolutely berserk here. And why not?
Then lost in the FA Cup against Darlington when you were 2-0 up close to the end.
Well, you could compare that with the Preston game, in that when we came under pressure, we couldn't handle it, and I think that that's the core of the problem. The fact that as a team we find it difficult to defend against pressure.
How do you correct that?
Well, quite obviously, if it's personnel you're talking about, then along the way personnel have to be changed, and I think that's the core of the problem, as I've said.
Obviously, cup run is important to any club, and disappointment at going out, but then away to Bournemouth, 5-0.
Yeah, carrying on in the same theme. No excuses. Again, a man sent off. Again, his own fault. And if you continually, as we have done, have a poor disciplinary record, it's allied to, and it's been allied to poor performances on the field.
Then another local derby against Blackpool, and it was a tight game, few chances. You managed to win by a penalty.
Yeah, and we've shown resilience at home. We've been tight, and we've got a decent home record as against the away record. Now, if the players don't change, and you've still got the same squad home and away, then that's a guide as to what happens. Now, you don't have to be a genius to see that, do you? And against Blackpool, we fought hard, and we showed a will to win that we haven't shown every time we've played.
From up here, it looked like OK got the final touch and put it out for a goal kick. But come on, Clarets.
Corner it is. Then Hewlett to take it. Looking for Hayward. Oh, Little, a great shot from him. First time volley from Glenn Little, right on the 18-yard area.
Well, certainly stopped him in full flow, and our disciplinary record recently has been poor, but I think quite a bit of that has been because of poor refereeing. Glenn hits the ball in, and he's on the end of it!
Oh, that was Andy Cook, and that was Steve Banks collecting it, and that was a beautiful dead ball situation from that right-hand side. Butler. Hayward clears long for the Clarets. Cook goes up, but Butler's there again, the big number 4. Now then, Lawson for Blackpool into the box, and that was a very, very poor effort from Ian Lawson. Centre circle, Brian Reid to take it with the left foot. Into the area, high one. Blackpool men everywhere. Little, can he produce some magic on the right wing for the Clarets? Can Glenn Little? He can, he's done it. Pull it back, Glenn. Oh, good grief. Linesman's flagging on this offside, and again, a brilliant bit of football from Glenn.
You're not supposed to be intellectual when you're doing a football commentary, you know. That's quite amazing to use the word, a pun, but you're quite right, of course.
Burnley on the attack here with Glenn Little again for the Clarets. Cuts inside this time, 2 men on him, and still backup comes with Robertson. Robertson here for Payton on the right-hand side for the Clarets. Payton looks for support, going on his own, Andy Payton across the face! Oh, and there was Carlisle right in the thick of it for Blackpool as Payton ball come firing in. Hills with the throw-in, headed by Matty Haywood for Burnley. Up here for Andy Cook, the unmistakable figure of Andy Cook. Little, good ball in for Mark Ford. Mark Ford, can he? No, he's played it inside for Payton. Can he score, Andy Payton? He's pushed aside by Brabin, a penalty! Brabin brings down Andy Payton, and Burnley have a penalty.
At first I thought it was offside by Andy Payton because he seemed to have got goal side of him. And what does he do? He loses possession. I thought we'll get a corner out of this at best, and I've seen penalties given for well, no, I've got to say there that if I was the Clarets there, I'd be round the referee saying that is harsh. I'd like the benefit of it, but it's a penalty anyway, and Andy Payton picks the ball up. We're going to put it onto the spot. Please, fingers crossed, this could be the one, David. I'll let you take over commentary when this hits the back of the net. Banks could fall down here.
Andy Payton there to take that one. Penalty, goal!
Perhaps unjustified penalty. They all count. People say, look at the statistics at the end of the season. It doesn't waste about. I like the man's confidence. Banks is still on the floor, can't believe it. May have got a little touch on it, but it doesn't matter. All that matters at the moment is the score is Burnley 1, Blackpool 0.
Paul Crichton, well done today. I mean, you must be relieved after Dean Court last Saturday when thrown into the fire, so to speak.
Yeah, well, we've all put last Saturday behind us. It wasn't the best of starts for me personally, but obviously 5 goals, you know, you just write it off. But today lads have done marvellous. We've worked hard in training. Gaffer had a few things for us to do, so obviously we've put it right today and kept a clean sheet. We, on the TV gantry, gave you man of the match, and you must be pleased with that because she was very, very consistent at the last line of defence for Burnley today. Yeah, I mean, obviously the lads are learning about me and I'm learning about the lads, and obviously we spoke before the game, and I said if you can get up, and I'll try and come from as many crosses as possible, you know, because I think a lot of goals are really scored from there, so I just tried my best to get out and touch wood. Everything went all right. Yeah. Now, the penalty, the Blackpool manager's not too happy, but they never are they? I mean, no, they're not. I mean, did Andy Payton speak about it after the game? Yeah, he said a few things in the bath. He thought that it could have been because he got nudged as he was about to shoot, but it's one of them 50-50 ones, and luckily it went our way. I think the lad Brabin, who gave her the penalty, was taken off because he'd already been booked, hadn't he? Yeah, but I mean, we'll take that every day, you know, all week long, really. I mean, the incidents at Burnley in the last few weeks on the back of 4 defeats, the discipline hasn't been there. I mean, obviously, away from the manager, you can't really control that once they're on the field, but it shows the commitment at the end of the day, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, I've not really seen much of it myself. Obviously, last week was a bit of a shell shock, really. I mean, the lads just had one of them games, you know. We were never going to win that game, we were never going to keep a clean sheet, but like I said, we've worked hard this week. Gaffer's had a few words to say to a few people, you know, and we've all know what he wants to do, and obviously want to get this club up as high as possible. No game on Saturday coming up because the FA Cup's coming around again. Unfortunately, we're out of it. I mean, does that bother you? I mean, you're grateful of a rest perhaps on next Saturday? Well, I mean, I think more games are better for us, you know. I mean, that's the only way we're going to get ourselves out of trouble is to play out of trouble. But I mean, it was unfortunate they lost at Darlington. I mean, it would have been nice for the crowd, you know, a good game for lads to play in and everything, you know, and especially after winning today, it could have been a good one. But I mean, we've just got to concentrate on Preston now. Yeah, have a couple of days off. That's right. I was just going to mention that Auto Windscreen Shield. A lot of people don't rate that competition, but it's a chance for Burnley to get their own back after that 4-1 defeat. Exactly. I mean, it's a chance to get to Wembley when all said and done. You know, I mean, you asked the Grimsby lads last year, they had a great day out, you know. So get the families down and everything. But I mean, the lads will be trying the hardest to obviously get a win.
When you played the first game here at Turf Moor for Burnley on loan, and then you had to be called back, did you think that was the end of it as far as you were concerned, your relationship with Burnley?
Well, I spoke to the gaffer on the phone about it, and obviously I had to get a keeper in, and I couldn't come back because the FA wouldn't let me do it again. And obviously Gavin Cum done marvellous for the club, you know, done well for himself. But obviously there must have been some breakdown with Bolton, and they rang me back, you know, and I jumped at the chance to come.
And it's on his favourite right foot, so well worth a go. And I just think the little incident between Brassley and puts a bit of bite into a derby, doesn't it? I mean, a derby game wouldn't be a derby game without a bit of aggravation, would it?
Well, there's a chance. Andy Cook on the... Oh, right across the face. No claret really coming in at Colin Carl-Lawton. Right at the back of it, but well, that's probably the best opportunity.
So, obviously Stan's had a few words to say to them at half time. Like I say, you wouldn't be too harsh on them, because you can't do that with young players. You've got to encourage them more than discourage them. So, but they certainly look sharper at the ball in the second half.
Yes, encouraging signs from the Clarets. Just keep Preston at bay if we can as well. Mackin again. He's going to try one, is he? He is. A left foot shot from him. Oh, and a good, well taken goal. Just crept in at the bottom of the post there, but he did well in the end.
Yeah, a shot from the 18-yard line there. He took on one player, cut across the edge of the box there.
That ball back via Eastwood. Crichton kicks again. Eastwood. Nicely placed ball for Brad Maylett, takes it down well. And Brad Maylett, a chance again for him to show what he's made of, and he does well! Oh, goodness me, that was nearly Kevin Henderson, it was nearly a Burnley.
So we're coming on through to the month of December and Christmas and the New Year, and you've already said that the fans have been very loyal to you and very much aware of the sort of job here, which isn't going to be turned around in a short period of time. Nevertheless, the manager has come out quite recently and said that he wants to try and move in the transfer market sooner or later. What sort of Christmas cheer can you give the supporters, Sam?
Well, we've bought the goalkeeper, Paul Crichton, who we think's a bargain at what we've paid for him. And as and when players become available, then Stan will move. But what people mustn't expect him to do is buy for the sake of it. You see, you can buy for fifth from bottom, and you can change your team to be halfway, and then change it again to get to the top. What we need to do is change it in one to get from the bottom to the top, and that needs careful thought and buy in the right players. You know, we don't need. Stan signed a few players this season, but if you look, they're all on short-term contracts, and he's given them a challenge. You know, earn a longer contract, or move on, and that's the situation that you'll find half a dozen players in who have been signed this season. And I suppose that happens when you're in a transitional stage. We'll sign players, there's no doubt about that, but they'll have to be the right ones. Not only do we have to sign players that'll get us up to the top of this league, but they've got to hold us in the next one. And that's how you plan to build a team. You can't do it overnight.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that. It's all very well signing players to improve on what you've got. Yeah. Most managers could do that, yeah. But you've got to make sure that you've got constant aims way beyond what you already are.
You see, the thing I can tell you is that when Burnley last went up, they came straight back down. When we were at Bury, and we went up from the second division into the first, as you can see, we held our own in the first season, and that's vital. That first season's vital, and you can't afford to go up with a team because you don't want to make too many changes when you go up. You know, your players on high, and you need people that can hold themselves in the next division. And that's basically what we'd be trying to do.
Do you think the way forward is perhaps shorter-term contracts? I mean, at the top level, there are so few good players that they can demand long contracts, all sorts of get-out clauses. But at this level, to an extent, there are a surfeit of players, I suppose. Do you think that the way forward is with shorter-term contracts, with more incentives in them for players to actually do well rather than sit on a 2 or 3 year contract?
No, I think if you've got the right character, a longer-term contract does no harm. What we need are strong characters and people that can stand up for themselves and for their mates. And that's the type of player that we're looking for.
And it's going to take a long time. There are all sorts of off-the-field things happening, hopefully with the club, which will help to improve that and help to improve the situation. Have you been given any assurances about the sort of money that you might be able to spend on players?
Well, to be quite honest, I'll leave that to Stan. He's the manager. That's the hard part of the job. And when I sit back and sit here with you, it's why it's good to be an assistant.
I bet it is. But are you enjoying it here?
I love it, absolutely. I can't think of a better place. It's a pleasure to go up that training ground every morning. This place is a fantastic club. All we're lacking, to be quite honest, is what we said when we first came. We're still lacking a team, but we're trying to get it sorted out. And as long as they've got the patience, then we'll do it for them. But it can't be done, as I said, it can't be done overnight.
So thanks very much indeed to Sam Ellis. Thank you as well for buying the video. The message very much from the management team here, patience. Not always easy to achieve, I know, but I'm sure that Burnley are going in the right direction and that things will improve in the second half of the season. It's a great club, great ground. The team is improving as well. Bye-bye.
Direct and gonna shoot, perhaps. He does, an effort. Oh, what a goal from Glenn Little. Excellent ball. Oh, another goal, and it comes 4-1.
Nice for Burnley, a good cross, and now Little. Oh, a goal. Super goal. That's a fantastic goal, I tell you. The movement, everything. Oh, it was fantastic play. Drills it hard and low. Goal!